What's good, everyone? You are tuned in to Raggedy Crimes and Chaos, where Marty McFly is not a role model. I'm your host, and today we're in Pensacola, Florida, where a man watched Back to the Future and took notes. Specifically, the part about 88 miles per hour, and decided to try it in a Dodge Challenger through a strip mall into a tax office, sharing a wall with a casket shop. Let's get into this. Alright, Pensacola, Florida, December 2015. We don't know this man's full name. He was never fully identified in reports. But we know what he did, and that is enough. This man has seen Back to the Future, the 1985 classic, starring Michael J. Fox, where Doc Brown builds a time machine out of a DeLorean, and you need to hit 88 miles per hour to travel through time. This is a movie, a fictional film. But our guy did not get the memo. On a Sunday morning, our man gets into his Dodge Challenger and decides he's going to time travel. He is going to hit 88 miles per hour and go somewhere. Sometime, he accelerates, and instead of entering a time portal, he drives directly into a strip mall. Specifically, into Advanced Tax Services, a tax preparation office in Pensacola. The Dodge Challenger crashes through the front wall of Advanced Tax Services and comes to a stop halfway through the back wall. The general manager, Emmanuel Morris, describes the scene. It looked like a bomb went off. The car came in through the front, destroyed all the furniture, smashed the computers, and lodged itself between two walls. Advanced Tax Services shares a wall with the business next door, which is a casket retailer, Pensacola Caskets. A man attempted to time travel through a DeLorean fantasy and crashed his car into a room next to a casket store. The symbolism, it's too much. Miraculously, no one was inside the tax office. It was a Sunday, so the building was empty. Our driver was not seriously injured either. He's taken to a hospital for evaluation, where he explains that he was trying to time travel. Doctors? He is charged with careless driving. Both Advanced Tax Services and Pensacola Caskets have to relocate because of the damage. 2 businesses displaced by a man who tried to time travel on a Sunday morning. Now, I want to pause here to explain why this didn't work. In Back to the Future, the DeLorean needs 1.21 gigawatts of power generated by a flux capacitor. 2. A precise destination date programmed into the time circuits. 3. 88 miles per hour. This man had none of those things. He had a Dodge Challenger and motivation. That's it. There's no flux capacitor. There are no time circuits. There is no plutonium. There is just a man and a car and a tax office that did not deserve this. The story goes national and people lose it. One comment: he crashed into a tax office and a casket shop. He sent himself straight to accounting hell. Another person: the 2 businesses you least want to need suddenly needed each other. Someone else writes, he tried to travel through time and ended up at a tax office. That's actually a plot twist. And this one? It looked like a bomb went off, sir. That is the description of a flux capacitor failing. So, what have we learned from today's Raggedy crime? Lesson 1. Back to the Future is a movie, not a tutorial. Lesson 2. Without a flux capacitor, 88 miles per hour is just speeding into a wall. Lesson 3. If you're going to attempt cinematic time travel, perhaps do it in an open field, not a strip mall with a tax office and a casket store. Look, I understand the appeal. We all wish we could travel through time. But even Doc Brown had a plan. He had blueprints. He had the DeLorean modified for 30 years. He needed lightning. This man had a Dodge Challenger and a Sunday morning. But 2 businesses paid the price for him to find out. Alright, that's it for today's episode of Raggedy Crimes and Chaos. If this made you appreciate the laws of physics, same. They are non-negotiable. That's all I've got for you today. Thanks for listening to Raggedy Crimes and Chaos. If you enjoyed this episode, share it with a friend. And remember, Stay safe out there. Do not attempt to time travel, especially in a Dodge Challenger, especially in a strip mall, especially next to a casket store. The universe is telling you something. Until next time, I'm out.